what is going on with Amway and why is it a big deal. There's been a leaked video from 2 Double Diamond participants that's been made public on YouTube. I want to thank TJ Masumi for bringing this to my attention, all the hard work that he's been doing on his podcast, uploading videos on Instagram. Thank you so much. Also, Megan Lanahan for uploading this to your YouTube channel. I've linked their put their links below so you can go check out their content, and also the original video that Megan has uploaded to YouTube. So Amway is the OG of multi-level marketing pyramid schemes. Amway is an MLM pyramid scheme. Amway is the ice cream. Every other MLM is just a different flavor of ice cream. So it's incorrect when someone says in a multi-level marketing company, a network marketing company, a social selling company, whatever language they use to describe it, it's incorrect for them to say, my MLM is different. It's just simply a different flavor of ice cream. You can add whatever flavor you want, but you will never get away from the cold, hard reality that you are just another recipe from the original one, which is Amway. When something goes wrong with Amway, it will have important ramifications for all multi-level marketing companies. I think of it as like the missile that gets shot up into the mothership of Amway. It goes right into the heart, and then once it explodes, all the alien robots die at the same time. That's how I like to think of it. And the reason why is that the only reason we're in the predicament we are today with this proliferation of multi-level marketing pyramid schemes globally is because the FTC, Federal Trade Commission, accepted the 1979 ruling that Amway wasn't a pyramid scheme. That is why you can pinpoint it to that moment in time. Now, why is this so important? So what, a big leaked video of 2 participants, it's now uploaded to you. What is the big hairy deal? Okay, hang on, because I got to just explain to people who don't really know what Amway is. We already know, okay, Amway is a multi-level marketing pyramid scheme, but there's a lot of people who are in other multi-level marketing companies who they don't know Amway. It's like when I began speaking out against these things, I had no clue that Amway had these pyramid schemes within it. So, hey, bear with me. I'm going to do my best to make this as simple as possible. And if I screw up or I get something wrong and you've been in Amway, please feel free to correct me in the comments below. I'm going to do my best to explain this. When you join a typical multi-level marketing pyramid scheme, let's use Arbonne for an example. You want to get some of their skincare, or you see these fizz sticks that they all talk about. You're like, oh, I'd really like to buy that. So you sign up for the discount. That's what you tell yourself, and that's what they tell you. You love the products already. You tried them, you were at a party, and you really liked the camaraderie, and you loved how good it made you feel, and you feel energized from the fizz sticks. So why don't I just save money and decide to sell it, sell this stuff, and then I can work as little or as much as I want to. I can just treat it like a hobby, and who knows, like I love these products so much, I'm buying them anyway. Why shouldn't I buy them at a discount? And then you get additional training. There's a variety of Facebook groups that you'll be added to, and then you'll purchase tickets to go to a convention. In Amway, it's different. Amway will sell energy drinks, and they sell everything. They sell makeup and they sell cleaners, household cleaners. But at the same time, you've got to sign up with another multi-level marketing pyramid scheme. And again, correct me if I'm wrong. One of these is called LTD, which is where this leaked video is coming from. I think one is called like Worldwide Dream Builders or something like that. I don't know how many of these things there are, but they're the personal development training, business training thing, that modality that's in Amway. And from my understanding, many participants, they don't even realize that they're joining 2 multi-level marketing pyramid schemes simultaneously when they sign up with Amway. Amway is just the product. So you're just selling these products and you're recruiting others to do the same thing. And at the same time, not only are you having to make, these monthly PV requirements to get, toothpaste, household cleaner, but you're also paying these monthly expenditures on, back in the day, it was cassette tapes that you'd listen in your car while you drive around. Or now it's like subscription services. It's all personal development nonsense, motivational crap. tickets to more events. And it's all, so these people that own each of these pyramid schemes within Amway, they're at the top. And a lot of people, they don't realize that that's where most of their money is being made. And then they're like, look at me, I'm a double diamond Amway, whatever. But they're also the owners or founders of LTD. Pam and Larry Winters, I believe, are the owners or founders of this LTD that's within Amway. So you have some person that thinks that they're joining a business. They're even called independent business owners. Again, more just deception, more fraud, because all MLMs are fraud. None of these people, if they sign up for the business opportunity with Amway, which they deceive them by calling them independent business owners, are going to their town office and saying, I'd like to get a business license, please, because I'm operating a home-based business, because I'm with Amway. They call themselves business owners. They're not business owners. They're called IBOs, but they don't actually own their own businesses. And then they're having to like enroll with this LTD. So anyway, these two people in LTD, they've been in Amway, I think, since 1980. They've been at this for decades. Pam and Larry Winters. They've just been scolded by Amway, and their Amway business has been like temporarily taken away from them. They can't earn any money from Amway, which they're really not anyway. It's just from this LTD. And until they undergo retraining, that's the language, because they've done all these violations. Now, all of these violations that they enumerate happen in every other of these other little multi-level marketing pyramid schemes within Amway. In fact, it happens in every other multi-level marketing pyramid scheme, period, around the world. If you've been in an MLM, when we get to this slide on their weird video, you're going to see. I posted this in my Instagram stories, and the people that have been responding, they're like, this is literally every MLM. I'm like, yep, it is. Isn't it interesting? So Pam and Larry Winters have been at this since 1980. Let's say, again, if I'm getting some details wrong, that's on me. And so they really weren't their own business owners after all. After all this, since 1980, how many decades is that? And Amway's like, nope, we don't like what you're saying. You're not behaving the right way. You have to undergo retraining. And then we might give you your business back. And not only that, but you have to make an apology video talking about how you are so wrong and we've done nothing wrong. It's so creepy. You're going to see. My question, and many people's questions, are why are these two people being targeted and almost like scapegoated? Everybody and their dog knows this behavior goes on, not only in every other MLM all over the place, but in every other weird little Worldwide Dream Builders, LTD, all these other pyramid schemes. This same behavior is going on in every single one. So then why are they being made a target? And then why this is so important is because this is no longer 1980. This now is wide open to the public. People in other multi-level marketing pyramid schemes that might, they're starting to watch anti-MLM content. They're learning about cults. They're seeing this similarities between what's going on in their company and others. And they can't help but notice the similarities. It's not parallels. It's the same thing. Amway could get away with this behavior, maybe like getting people to release a video and keep it secret, only show it to a certain segment of, their distributors when it was 1980. But social media has completely changed the landscape. So something like this, it's like a conflagration, if I'm saying that word properly. It's going like wildfire because people in other multi-level marketing companies see this is going on in Amway, and they can just see not only are all these two people being targeted unfairly, how many companies have we seen this happen with? Name a multi-level marketing company: Monate, Arbonne, Sensi, Herbalife, Prove It. Name a multi-level marketing company where suddenly you see leaders have been terminated. They've been reprimanded. And then you see other douchebags that for whatever reason in that same company are elevated. They've had worse behavior. They've had like that Julie Stevens in Monate. on record saying just make up social security numbers and then just create market partners, and that's how you achieve your next rank. She said something like that. And this has been exposed over and over again. Nothing has been done. In fact, she's had people like put in her downline. This has been going on for decades. It's not unique. It's been going on in every multi-level marketing company. And the more people that leave MLMs and then other consumers are watching this content, they're like, you can't help but see it's like it's all the same thing. It's all ice cream. It's all ice cream and everything. Any differences? It's just different flavors. It's all shit. And you're just putting in different flavors to try to mask the shit. But it's just shit. That's actually a more accurate description, because it was never tasty ice cream to begin with. It's always been shit. Here's the video that we're gonna react to.
We come to you today to share from the heart. We messed up, plain and simple.
This is so, you know what's really messed up about this? Is that if they've been at this since 1980, and after all this personal development, all these millions of dollars they've probably like supposedly made and had all these events, what chance and hope in hell does the typical participant in Amway have? This is going to throw everybody off. You know, there's already that instability, emotional insecurity when you're in a cult like Amway. This is not going to be, you know, inspiring people to stay within this. This is going to send shockwaves throughout Amway. And I know in Amway, they can be siloed from each other. Like LTD is siloed from that Builders or whatever, all these other ones, they don't know. But with being on social media, this content, you can't fight the algorithm. The algorithm is stronger than any cult. It's the one thing that, you know, one of the good things about the internet is that the algorithm actually works to help people get out of cults. It can help people get into cults too, but in multi-level marketing, anti-MLM content is worming its way in. And all it takes is you just see one little bit and you're like, my God, that's happening in mine too. So people that are in, say, Worldwide Dream Builders are going to see these two, and they're going to have that competitive, you know, what is it? That Schadenfreude? What's that word where you like delight when somebody's getting screwed over? They might feel that. And at the same time, they're going to say, well, but wait a second, what's going on with these two? This is happening. If I'm being honest, if I'm in integrity, if I'm ethical, if I'm congruent with my morals, I can't help but admit that what these two are describing, I see it going on in the leadership of this MLM, of this training organization. And then what happens? It's just a ticking time bomb. The cognitive dissonance, people will wake up and they'll exit. Okay, we'll get back to this.
During our presentations at LTD Summit 2025 in Louisville, Kentucky, held September 26 through 28, our words and our videos crossed the line. We violated Amway's QAS content standards.
Okay, I need to just decipher this for people who haven't been in multi-level marketing, because consumers are watching anti-MLM content too. This is just another way that people are going to be boycotting MLMs altogether. They're like, this is too much. So what is she talking about? She says LTD Summit. So, you know, let's take Arbonne as an example. Arbonne has its convention. All the Huns go to Arbonne convention, whatever they call it. Sensi has, it's called, is it called SFR? Something like that. SFR, we're going to SFR, you know. But with Amway has the LTD, whatever, all the other ones. LTD has its own summit. It has its own convention too. That's what she's talking about. So never mind, since 1980 and all of the behavior that's been modeled for these two and all these other douchebags over the years that have made all these false claims, they're just addressing, apparently they're getting spanked for whatever they said at this convention that they held. That's what I think. That's me deciphering it. I hope this is helping you understand what's going on here, because this can get a lot if you're not familiar with Amway
and the rules of conduct, and that's on us, not LTD, not the team, not Amway.
Here's exactly what we did wrong. We shared extraordinary earnings and lifestyle claims, which is never allowed. We used prohibited words and phrases. We mispositioned the Amway opportunity by making it sound easier than it is. I used sarcastic and disparaging remarks, even if it was meant in humor or to grab your attention. They jeopardized Amway's and IBO reputation. I diminished time and effort by implying success can come fast, and I oversimplified the work involved. We mispositioned the AP by overselling LTD, the team, and upline mentorship as a key to guarantee all success. When referencing incentive trips, we failed to disclose the percentage of people who earn these trips. We incorporated religious projection and faith-based promotion. We overshared personal beliefs in a business setting and overpromoted the Sunday morning optional worship service.
We on every single one of these violations. No.
Okay, I just want to go back just to show you the list. We're just going to look at it. There we go. Look at this list. This is every multi-level marketing company. So we shared extraordinary earnings and lifestyle claims. You can earn financial freedom. I can finally buy this. Look at earn this 6-figure income. Every MLM does this. And they're saying like this is this one-off incident at this summit. We used prohibited words and phrases. This is just cult, you know. This is monitoring what, if you think of Stephen Hassan does a great way of explaining the influence continuum, behavior, information, thought, emotional control. Think of it, bite. Arr. Take a bite out of that cult. Behavior, information, thought, emotional control. So we shared or we used prohibited words. And what are the prohibited words? You can't say financial freedom. You can say having more time to feel more independent. It's probably nonsense like this, but I don't know. Amway is so controlling. There is people mistakenly think that it's so different. Amway is so different than it was in the past. And it's not. People are still, this is 2025. Amway participants still talk about asking permission from their upline, whether they can get married, who they can date, and if they can have a child. This is what happens when you're in a cult. And this is just Amway. And this is LTD within Amway. Okay. Mispositioned the Amway opportunity. Again, every MLM does this. I like this one. I used sarcastic and disparaging remarks. I was just joking, but even so, it tarnished the reputation of Amway. You got to be free, Mr. Winters, be free. And then you can use as many sarcastic and disparaging remarks as you want. Can you imagine that I wonder if Amway approved this list? Like, these are the things that you need to say. Can you imagine apologizing? Here's exactly what we did wrong. I used sarcastic and disparaging remarks. You know how I describe this in Instagram? I'm like, Amway has the biggest stick up their asses. Can you imagine? So judgmental, nasty little people at Amway. Oh my gosh. And the virtue signaling and the moral grandstanding, holier than thou. Don't be using sarcastic and disparaging remarks. Way to chase every Tom, Dick, and Harry away from Amway. Can you imagine? Even say you were going to buy LOC. You're like, forget it. I like to be sarcastic. I'm not buying your product anymore. This is just so stupid. Okay, we mispositioned the AP when referencing incentive trips. It's like talking about incentive trips with every MLM. They all do this. We incorporated religious projection and faith-based whatever promotion or whatever. Literally every MLM. Okay, back to this video here. Here we go.
Setting and overpromoted the Sunday morning optional worship service.
Yeah, the optional. How many other silos of these Amway pyramid schemes where they over promote the optional Sunday service?
On every single one of these violations, no excuses. Amway's QAS exists for a reason. They preserve the integrity of the Amway Corporation the Amway Opportunity, and Amway IBOs.
Here are some key points to repair our violations at Summit.
So you see, look at her face. She looks like she's terrified right now. She looks like she's hunted, that she is the prey. The predator has now become the prey. I mean, just look at that. Now, I would have empathy for these people, but I know that they have really destroyed many people's lives simply by being at the top and owning one of these, being the founders of one of these scams. And it's just very interesting to see, like, the worry, you know, there's always a bigger predator in the chain, you know.
Earnings and lifestyle claims beyond.
Okay, so now he's going to talk about key points to repair our violations.
The founder's platinum level and without the appropriate context are prohibited, even if it's true for the speaker. All messaging must be truthful, accurate, realistic, and not misleading.
They think these people are terrified. Imagine what their downline must think.
And they must be tailored to your audience. Prohibited words, gone. If the QAS prohibits words and phrases, we will not use them again.
Tell us what the words are. Say some of the words just as a final goodbye. I want to know what these prohibited words are.
And neither should you.
Gone.
Amway is a direct selling business.
No, it's not. It's a multi-level marketing pyramid scheme.
It's an opportunity to make additional income.
No, it's not. The average participant is losing money.
We will show
Virtually all participants are losing money. You're going to talk about what happened here in Canada with Amway in the 80s?
the Amway business
Evading taxes?
as Amway defines it. Incomes take continued time and effort, no shortcuts, no diminishing effort, even if the work looks different over time. LTD.
That woman looks like she's going to break down. This could just be, you know, normal behavior or whatever, but I mean, to me, she looks absolutely terrified. Amway, what a joke. Amway, the biggest flaming turkey of them all. And income takes continued time and effort, and they decided to bold that. No, it doesn't. Most people are losing money in Amway, and everybody knows it. I don't know who this is. It's just so weird that they had to make this. I don't know who the intended audience was, but now this has gone public. So good luck, Amway. Good luck explaining this one.
Your Amway approved provider of BSM provides training and education. Participation in LTD and with your upline team is not a guarantee of success. BSM is always optional. Whenever incentive trips are
What the hell is BSM?
described, we will disclose the percent of those who earn the trips every time. We will also make a continued effort
0.01.
to describe the work it takes to achieve the trips. Religious, political, or personal agendas in business meetings are never okay. Optional faith services are part.
Well, how is that? Because isn't it like DeVos and Van Andel? Didn't they like mobilize everybody to vote like a certain way? I mean, isn't that what Amway is based on? That's the only reason like why it's been like legal. They were like buddies with Ford. Isn't that right? And I mean, it's not just one political party. It doesn't matter who. They got their little hands in everybody's pockets lobbying everybody. But it's just interesting to me how these two are being picked on right now, you know? And hey, you know what? Can always hold out hope for people. So Pam and Larry Winters, right now, respectfully, stop scamming. This is now your time to exit. Now you have seen the light. You've seen the error of your ways. You need to take accountability. It's not going to be enough just to like, oh, slip out and be like, oh, Amway was so bad and they threatened us. That what you have done to thousands of people over the years is just disgusting. You need to take accountability for that. But you'll find that there's like a much larger audience of people who would forgive, who would understand, because at some level, no matter where you're at in a multi-level marketing company, we hold both roles. Some are absolutely insane, disgusting predators that they know what they're doing and they get off on it. Some know what they're doing and they make all these excuses. Well, I can't get out now because I need to pay the bills. Retired my husband. My kid requires all this medical attention. Make all these excuses while their downline is selling their homes, going bankrupt. They didn't even have any homes. They're like downsizing, selling property, selling their vehicle, just so the person who has realized it's a multi-level marketing pyramid scheme doesn't want to actually get off their ass and get a job because it's too overwhelming for them to make any sacrifices. They want to maintain, their riches that they've had all these years while they're waking up, and then keep the people below them in the dark and still use them. I'm getting off on a tangent. I get jacked up about this stuff. What I'm saying, reel it back in. Winters. You have the chance, you can always have a chance to do the right thing and get out of Amway. You don't need to blow the whistle. I know they would probably sue you to high heaven and all that, but you could just leave. You could issue some kind of statement. You could try to make things right. You could say sorry. You could leave and you could just say, I'm so sorry. People would understand. They would. But this song and dance, can you imagine? So if you've been in this since the 80s, okay, so say 1980, 90, I got to do this. 1990, that's 10 years. Each digit is going to be a decade. So 90, 2000, 2010, 2020, you've been at this 45 years. 45 years of your life is now where you're at this age where maybe, you should be retired and you should actually be retired and not being coerced to make a video like this, where it's so transparent to everybody outside these scams, which is the most of the world. Thank God. There's a lot of other problems out there, but everybody can see these are pyramid schemes, and it's just sad. Nobody wants to see two old people getting kicked around by fucking Amway. It really is sad. I do feel for these people, and at the same time, I know how many people they've harmed over the years. It's interesting being outside of a cult where you can actually hold a number of things at the same time. A number of things can be true at the same time, But this is really gross. This isn't a good look on Amway at all. Just like Amway hasn't done anything wrong. This is all our fault, and we take accountability, and we can't. Oh, nobody's being fooled by this. Amway is a terror. Wow. LOC, isn't that good? I'd rather use any kind of concoction. Just Google it. What else is a clean? There's probably like a replica product you could probably ask fucking Chat GPT now, or Grok, or whatever. Or ask a friend who has one of those things that knows how to use it and ask the question properly. Lord knows I can't freaking Google things. Okay, back to this.
Of an event weekend. Optional, but never mandatory.
We fell short of meeting these standards at Summit. We apologize to Amway for our lack of compliance in writing, on the phone, and face-to-face. Part of rectifying our non-compliance involves being suspended from our Amway business while we undergo retraining on the QAS content standards and create retraining for LTD.
We apologize to Amway. Way to go, Amway. Way to treat like senior citizens. Oh my God. This is so disgusting. You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of Hannah Alonso's Melaleuca video. The one where you're like being forced, the plant is on the other side. We all know what's going on here. This is so disgusting. Who the hell signed off on this and thought this was a good idea? This is going to do so much damage to Amway. I love it. But I mean, this is just shocking. And when any piece of information is leaked to the public from a multi-level marketing company, is just so bad. So if you watch, the Nexium, the Vow with Nexium, Lula Rich, you see the horrors, right? There's just so much. Oh my God, this is so bad. And there's always so much more that we'll never know about. Everybody has their own background, their experiences, their stories. And it's horrifying enough learning about all that stuff, And that's just the tip. It's just the tip of the iceberg. So you can imagine what else is going on. What else is going on throughout Amway? All these other little pyramid schemes, all the other ones through the years, all the people that were under them that left through the years, that were intimidated, maybe sued, threatened, all that shit that goes on. And now it's happening to them. And honestly, I just think it's deplorable. I know these people are at the top of this thing, and maybe they do know. Maybe they are the ones that also know and get off on hurting people. And then that's just horrible. At the same time, I mean, they look like they're terrified. I mean, that's just my opinion. Anyway, I could be totally off base. All right.
You know us. This is a bump in the road for Larry and Pam. It's a reset. While we retrain, reteach, and rebuild trust, starting today with you.
To every IBO watching, we're sorry and we apologize for any confusion that we may have caused. We modeled non-compliance when you needed excellence. You deserve leadership who leads you well.
Our commitment is renewed. We embrace Amway's
Bend the knee, boy. I guess who's the big boy in Amway? It's Amway after all. You thought you had your own multi-level marketing pyramid scheme, these weird criminal organizations, and it's like, no, we've got you. You have to say this statement. You got to make this video. This is so weird.
rules of conduct and QAS 100%. We will lead QAS retraining from the front personally.
Our goal is to break 1,000 platinums compliantly, sustainably.
Break 1,000 platinums. Now, how many people would that mean that they'd each have in their downlines? Because I have a feeling that would already exceed the population of Earth. I don't know. I could be wrong. You're going to break 1,000, or is it like just breaking them? Just break them down. Is this the cult terminology, the cult jargon of Amway, where it's just considered common, but outside of it, it sounds really fucking weird? Oh, we're going to break you? Why would you say that? Oh, it's okay. It just means they've actually ranked up. We're going to help you because we help each other in these pyramid schemes, in these MLMs. You're going to have 1,000 platinums. I wonder if each one of these other worldwide dream builders, if they all say the same thing. And how many other multi-level marketing companies also say the same thing outside of this soap opera that is going on in Amway Ltd right now? You've got Monat, Arbonne, Prove It, all these MLMs. Was Prove It even existing anymore? Like, is it just, or is it with that? It's been absorbed, like the blob of what other MLM has moved over it.
And with integrity.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you for your trust and grace. We're back to work, better, bolder, and 100% compliant.
Yeah, right. That was weird. So there you go. What are your thoughts on this? I believe this is Amway, one of the many implosions that's going to reverberate throughout all multi-level marketing. It's people are realizing I haven't been eating ice cream. I've actually been eating shit. And there's like levels of denial. You know, you're like, well, it's really not that bad. Well, something tastes a little bit funny here. It's not poo. No. Is it poo? Yours is poo, but mine isn't. There's levels where you're like, oh my God, I've been eating shit all these years, you know? I think, like I said before, earlier in this video, back in the day, a few decades ago, you could force these people to maybe make a VHS tape apology of whatever. Like, I promise I'm going to be completely compliant and filled with integrity. We're going to read this prepared statement that probably Amway lawyers, they probably had a team of 24 of them that are getting paid so much, are all fucking connected with the administration. It's so corrupt. It's just nuts how corrupt this all is. And then they're like, okay, and then we've got a studio, and then they shot this, and it's like, this is now out there. Like, this is supposed to do what? All this does is show how Amway is fraud. It is a multi-level marketing cult. It will use any manner of heavy-handed tactics to try to control its participants, even the people at the top, especially the people at the top. Oh, we've temporarily suspended our business, but it's because we deserve it. Hit me again. I really like it and I really deserve it. Oh my God, this MLM needs to die. I'm sick and tired of seeing this crap. And I know a lot of consumers are too. The longer I'm out of being in an MLM, the angrier I am that these things have been allowed to persist. You know, the fact that Amway can like mosey on in with the Direct Selling Association, the DSA lobby, and they meet with various politicians like everything is a-okay, like this is normal business. And then I see the counterpart happening here in Canada, and it's such a joke. It just enrages me. It's like, why do you think people have just given up and don't vote and just don't give a fuck anymore? It's like, is all you need to have is a whole bunch of money, and then you just hire some bozo that goes and meets with elected officials and says, oh yeah, we represent 924,000 Canadian women and all of them are making so much money. It's actually an on-ramp to entrepreneurship. All the women that leave say it was the best thing that ever happened to them. And then all these members of parliament sit there at the Committee of International Trade. They're like, oh yeah, that's great. Well, we really are so grateful to you. And do you feel like your voice was heard speaking on behalf of predominantly women that are involved in multi-level marketing pyramid schemes? They don't say pyramid schemes, but is your voice heard, Mr. Maddox of the DSA? Give me a break. What reality are we in? So you see people watch this, they're like, what the fuck is the point? What am I going to do? Oh, I'm going to vote for somebody to go sit and represent me. I'm a constituent. I'm somebody that's actually getting scammed. My community is getting scammed by yet another multi-level marketing pyramid scheme that's rolled on in after another one has collapsed. This one's going to be different. And then I see my member of parliament sitting there being concerned that the guy representing an organization that meets the definition of human trafficking in Canada, if his voice was heard. It's no surprise why people feel like giving up. This is just, it's just so stupid, you know? So what am I doing yelling on the internet? Because every video I make, every piece of content I make it really easy. I put the bar so low so I don't go insane. All I need to do is reach one person, and maybe that person is you. And if so, this video was for you. I'm glad you got out of Amway or whatever other MLM that you're in. If you are feeling like overcome by just shame and guilt and cringe and embarrassment, we know, I know, so many of us out here, you're not alone. We're made to act like this. We don't see what we're doing when we're in one of these things. You're not alone. And you're not stupid. You're not extra gullible. You're not, oh, well, you just believe in a religion, so that just means you deserve to get scammed. No. You know, you're a human, you've got depth, you've got hopes and dreams, and they were preyed upon. And yeah, when we're in one of these things, we are like victim and perpetrator at the same time. It's fucking weird. But you're getting out, or maybe you are out. And you're going to get through this. And it's not going to be great. It's going to be hell. But you're not alone. And I've talked long enough. Anyway, thank you so much to everybody who watches my content. Thank you so much to everybody who has supported me from the beginning, being here on YouTube. Maybe you've finally come over from TikTok, wondering where the hell has she been? How many years? Has it been a year now? Where does she go? I'm here now. I might go back to TikTok. I don't know. Shit needs to figure itself out on TikTok before I go back on there. It's too much. It's too much. It's too much nonsense. Maybe this is your first video, which God help you. Thank you so much for watching through this. I like to be irreverent, use humor, be sarcastic, and make disparaging remarks. Basically the opposite of what people in multi-level marketing try to force you into becoming, which is the best version of yourself, which is just this weird robotic, like Stepford wife or Stepford husband, whatever. It's a non-human. And what's so weird is that we're all the same. It's not just with Amway. Of course, you can go into different multi-level marketing companies and they can go to different extremes, right? Of what they do. What flavor is the ice cream, which is actually what flavor is the shit. but it can really fuck you up. And it doesn't matter if you've been in for, 30 years or if you've been in like a year or 3 months. It's not a competition. It's not like, oh, well, you're not allowed to feel anything because you were only in 3 months. You were in contact with a fucking dangerous cult. And whatever you've experienced, it's real. There's this weird tendency to want to downplay what we've had because somebody else has had it worse. That's not how you heal. You got to just acknowledge it, and then you can like work with things, and then you can move on. But it's time to turn that focus inward instead of external. Focus inward. Do the shit that you need to do to get out of whatever MLM that you're in. And thank you so much for watching this video. I'm done talking. I'll see you in the next one.